Hello, hi, good evening. This is Jane. I have a YouTube channel, and tonight I have the pleasure to invite four pleasant companions, and they are all from high school. And this is Rohit and Jasmine, Jane, Pranav, and Kaylee. Tonight we are going to share a topic about well-being. You know, I have my channel where I share a lot of my personal experience, my passion for health consciousness and well-being. I started exercise about 2 years ago. Now I have a passion for healthy food and healthy lifestyle. So I'm going to introduce a little bit about where my passion is, and then we'll take turn and let everyone share their own passion, particularly related to well-being. Okay, maybe let me have everyone introduce themselves briefly before we go into the main topic.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Pranav. I'm a junior at the Illinois Math and Science Academy.
I'm Rohit. I'm also a junior at IMSA.
I'm Kaylee O'Hare, and I'm also a junior at IMSA, and we're friends with Jasmine.
Yeah. I'm Jasmine, and they're all my very good, close friends.
Perfect. Yeah, I have such a privilege to spend time with you guys. I learned a lot from Jasmine. I think IMSA is a great school, not only for academic, but also for building a passion for science, for wellness, and also collaboration with your peer and with people in the community, like the parents, the teacher, and researchers. So I really enjoyed Jasmine's experience at the school. So let me start it my passion. About 2 years ago, I realized that life is so short because we've been busy with career and also family. But I want to make sure I get a very fulfilled life to pursue passions such as I love well-being. I want to get healthier and sleep better and eat better and feel more vibrant every day. So that's about end of 2019. I started doing some physical exercise, particularly weight resistant exercise. So I learned a lot. After that, it just no return. So I started doing things like looking into sleep hygiene, like how long should we sleep, how to measure quality of sleep, and also skin health. Like I have a lot of pimples, Jasmine has some, so we learned the subject together, how to get better skin. Not only skin is a physical appearance, but it's the largest organ of our human body. So we want to protect its function. It gives us a lot of comfort. It's a measure of our quality of life, because in our cold, harsh Illinois winter, if you have very dry, itchy skin, it certainly compromises your quality of life. That's just an example of wellness that include physical wellness and mental health, etc., etc. So when I got started, Jasmine shared a lot of what you guys do. You have a fitness center before the school started remote learning, before the COVID started. So I learned a lot from her, and I really think the future belongs to the next generation. So I want to make sure I keep up to date, because you guys know so much new things, like new app. She introduced to us the kombucha. At that time, I said, "What the heck? You guys are."
And now we make kombucha.
Yeah, I studied it, and in China, when I was young, my mom made that. We have a lot of tea and homemade, very inexpensive. It's one of my favorite drink in the summer. So that really connect me with what's the trend, what's the more popular and more well recognized topic in health and well-being. And we had a couple of discussions that you guys probably already watched. So today I'm going to let you guys to share with Jasmine and I what you guys think about your fun activity, what make you happy, and just something, anything new, anything you think a mid-aged, busy professional would not know. Go ahead.
Well, so about, I guess I can just start with like what I guess I think being happy means, at least in my view. Personally, I think it's obviously different for everyone, but for me, like being with other people and just like finding happiness in others is really just the driving force of my well-being.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think a lot of my well-being lies in my friends. I'm sorry. I think a lot of it really does lie in my friends. They are always there for me mentally and emotionally, and I feel like it's very, very important to have a support network to be able to take care of you when you really do need it. On top of that, I think being able to cope with your emotions while you are alone, for example, in like a productive way, maybe it's doing work, maybe it's just talking to yourself about like everything that you're dealing with. I think those are also like very, very important things that you'll always need, in order to, I guess, really, really make it emotionally.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I know I find a lot of my happiness with my friends, but I also think it's important to, do self-care and make sure that you are looking out for yourself because at the end of the day, you know, you're only going to have yourself. So, always take the time to just, you know, take time to just relax and de-stress in whatever ways you can because by taking care of yourself, um, other people will automatically feel that energy and feel that, you have that self-love for yourself and therefore it is expressed and conveyed towards other people as well.
Mm-hmm. What are you, Jasmine?
Yeah.
Just squeeze Rice Bowl's head.
I don't squeeze her. No. I think my friends help me out a lot. And then like Kaylee mentioned a lot about self-care and like being able to take care of yourself before putting your time into other people. I think that's really important. Putting yourself ahead sometimes instead of like doing things that might hurt yourself to make other people happy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you guys all we all have the right principle. Techniques also matters, especially in the COVID-19 pandemic. We all the last year this time is all locked down. What kind of activity, a concrete plan you guys have for your day-to-day or week-to-week plan? For me, I have exercise routine. I wear wearable, so it's a Fitbit, so it track my steps, track my heart rate, so I know I have moderate to intense activity about 150 minutes a week, and half of them doing more resistant exercise because for Asian female, we are at risk for osteoporosis. And my grandparents, they all, before they passed away, they all had hip fractures. So those are things in my mind. I know you guys young, brand new, well-run machine. Your body is so young and healthy. There's not really much illness to be concerned. But what kind of practice or what's your favorite things that you can relax and recharge?
I mean,
One
this
of the-
sounds. Oh,
no,
sorry,
you
Pranav,
go,
go.
you go.
Okay, okay, thank you. This sounds really stupid, honestly, because like it's really like self-explanatory. But like sleep, I think is something that especially like students in high school do not prioritize at all, which is like not good because it's literally just recharging your body and your mind. And like I think at least for me, I prioritize getting like at least 7 hours of sleep every day. So I think that's like definitely something that people should start to focus on more.
Mm.
I think one of the best things that I use personally to de-stress every day is well, one, I try to communicate with my friends a lot, like maybe at least 30 minutes a day, whether that's through voice call, whether that's through Snapchat. I think talking to my friends about like how I'm feeling, about how my day's been, I think that's really a key to like my emotional health. Something else that I say is really, really important is this is kind of contradictory to what Rohit said, but I always try to schedule at least like 30 minutes of de-stressing time in my day, usually towards the end of it. Even if like it's really late in the night, I still try to get these 30 minutes of de-stressing time in, because if I don't, I guess I just don't have like a really good quality of sleep. On top of that, like it's like you're kind of going through this repetitive cycle without giving yourself time to really relax. So I like to just end my day off maybe listening to music, reading a book, something along those lines.
Mm. Perfect. Mm.
Yeah, for me, I think exercise is a really good outlet. It just really helps me to think through everything that's happening in my life. When I do a workout, I have the chance to not only do things that are good for my body, but I also feel like it's good for my mind as well. Usually try to get in at least 30 minutes of cardio a day, even if it's just a power walk or running on the treadmill. I feel like when you get your heart pumping, it makes you feel good about yourself, and it makes you feel like you're doing something healthy for yourself. And then also, I usually try to do ab workouts, or like depending on the day, I'll try to do arm or leg focused workouts. So you really can target the whole body. And exercise has been like a really big part of my life since I was very young. I do cross country in high school, and I was a dancer um, for 10 years. So, it's always been a constant for me. Like, I've always had to have a sport. And I feel like when I do exercise, all other aspects of my life are also improved as well.
Indeed. I can tell too. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Kaylee. Well, I agree with everyone, but like sleep is like harder for me to maintain constantly because sometimes it's difficult for me to sleep. But I think something that I try to do is like working out. I really like the feeling of being like sore afterwards because like you did it well, or that also means you hurt yourself. But most of the times it means like you like worked out well. And my favorite are like ab workouts, or I don't really like doing leg workouts, but like having really sore legs, and like when you walk up the stairs after a workout and you can barely walk, it's a really good feeling. So I like working out to get rid of my stress. I think that way like I can channel all my thoughts into something rather than just like sitting there staring at my phone. So yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys share with the techniques you already, being in your teens, you already gained a lot of experience and practice of different things like priority sleep. All that doesn't come for just a thought of it. If you want to sleep 7 hours a night, but you just couldn't fall asleep. So there are a lot of technique and habits building. One thing I want to learn is where you seek for advice or help or advances on those things. For us as an adult, especially, I'm a practicing physician. I'm very strongly evidence-based. So when I, for example, want to learn the science of sleep, because now I'm trying to figure out, do I really need enough REM sleep? I know deep sleep is very important, but I go to medical literature to find things I'm convinced about, then I can be very convicted. I say, okay, I want to get 7 hours. Yeah, 7 hours is my go-to, right? So where's you guys' source of information? I want to make sure, or at least I learn where you guys find those important resources.
Never mind. Okay. Well, for me, definitely just my friends. I don't. I think my friends are just definitely like the biggest source of both advice and just general information I have. Just because I learned so much from just like the people, like my peers. Not really. Actually, I shouldn't say not really adult. I was gonna say not really adults, but I guess obviously I learned a lot from adults. It's just for, like in terms of like advice and like support and stuff. It's just mostly friends.
Well, for starters, I obviously watched Healthy Living with Shane. Besides that, I also really I use an app for my workouts called Gym Sharks. It basically gives you like free workouts for whatever type of circuit you want to do. As far as like gym goes, but besides that, I definitely agree with Rohit when all my advice for other stuff comes from my friends, especially considering that like not only do I want what's best for them, but they want what's best for me. So any piece of advice they give me is really coming from a good place in their heart.
Hmm. Mhm.
Yeah, so my mom is a clinical psychologist, and with that, obviously, she has to know not only about your mental health and ways to keep you mentally healthy, but also physically. So I think she gives me a lot of advice on, how to stay healthy, always getting sleep and making sure that I'm not on my phone too much and things like that. And then also, if I'm in a sport, obviously I'll take advice from my coaches as well, since I think they're the experts and they know what's best for you, especially when you are an athlete under their training.
Hmm. Yeah, friends, parents, and the coach. um, yeah, and some internet resources. Yeah, what about you, Jasmine? I think you read a lot. You have very good thoughts on different aspect of things. Well, what's your sources of information?
I think like a habit I have is like doing reading on random things that have nothing to do with what I'm supposed to be doing. But like like I go into like tunnels on Wikipedia. And that is where I get a lot of information. And it sometimes has nothing to do with fitness at all. But
It's called
I
tunnels. They can.
no, it's
like-
not an actual tunnel. It's just like when you're on Wikipedia and there's like hyperlinks and you click on it
Oh,
and it
yeah,
leads you
yeah.
to
I
another
know
page.
this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do that a lot, and so I get a lot of like random pages on like health and
Mhm.
nutrition that I actually like reading about, and so I read them, and then at dinner, when you bring up things, we just talk about that. Like advice wise, like about my life, I normally ask my friends because, well, like, I ask parents too, but sometimes it's better asking for advice from your friends because they know both sides of the situation. Like they know who you're asking about, who they are, rather than if you ask your parents, they're just deciding on your behalf and don't really know like the other side. But I still try to go to both for various cases, and they're really good for like helping me with maintain my mental health. And
Yeah, I think by this time, I really expect when you come to me for a proposal for something, you already know a couple options. Just run that list, and then we help to evaluate the risk and benefit, pros and cons, rather than I don't know the context. I don't know you should take AP chemistry, or I have no idea. So yeah, I think that perfectly. I want you to have autonomy and do things, and I want to learn from you rather than really dictate your life. I don't have the bandwidth to do that. It's not my interest. I think to summarize, and today I enjoyed the time to just be with you guys. A lot of young energy is really make me feel I'm not old. I'm not getting too old. So in summary, I built this channel. I know a lot of professionals don't want to be very out in public publicity. They're there's some threat or just intimidated. But I feel there are a lot of information that are not up to par that I think is really non-biased, scientific, and evidence-based. So I want to be sure to have a fair share of the information about the good energy and a positive attitude. So that's where I want to step up to share and to have a platform really engage people like you guys, like a similar mind, and we can share and to discuss, really create a micro environment that can amplify this, because otherwise there will be people, a lot of good information, but a lot of them are really not spreading the good words. So maybe in the end, everyone can give me some advice. How do I progress? How do I really influence is important. I have good content, but how do I make the impact bigger? Of course, I should work more on my English speaking channel. I think at the beginning, it's more for fun. I want to do it in my mother tongue, connect with my old friends, my parents. But as life goes and the impact gets more to like Jasmine, mostly English speaking, I can think more about getting my other English channel. I have an English channel, but I just haven't put too much work into it. So what do you guys think about a mid-aged busy mom to have a YouTube channel?
I'm sorry, Pranav. But I was gonna say I think that's really cool because you're right. A lot of like professionals don't try to like reach out to like especially younger populations. So I think it's really cool that you are trying to do that. And I guess since you were asking like for advice, I guess just one like small thing is just use other platforms of social media like that young people also use like Instagram or TikTok along with YouTube. Um, but yeah, other than that, I think it's really cool that you try this stuff with like influence and outreach. So that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely agree with Rohit. Especially considering like you have more experience with all this than we do, obviously. We really do need that knowledge transferred to us in a way that's as accessible to us. Especially considering that like we as the quote unquote like younger generation, we obviously strayed away from like more we're straying away more and more from books and stuff, and we're straying towards social media in order to get the information that we need. The problem with social media is that a lot of misinformation is constantly being put onto it. And, we need someone to basically tell us what's right and what's wrong. So just a reliable source of information is nice.
Yeah, I really like that you're doing this. I think that personally, I watch a lot of YouTube, so I think a YouTube channel is a good idea. But also for advice, I say the YouTubers that I watch the most are the ones that, they're just uploading consistently and they have a schedule of, days or weeks that they will upload. And, they just stay consistent and, you know, you know when their next video is coming and just stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I probably can do weekly. I don't want to overcommit. I think weekly on weekend is my production day. Yeah. All right. That's it.
Well, I think, you somehow reached out because I didn't tell my friends you had a YouTube channel sophomore year.
I thought you did.
They found it.
I thought you promoted.
No, during chemistry, I look on my Snapchat at someone who is watching you and I speak, and then it went into every single one of my friends, updating their YouTube to find your second channel, and then letting me know when you upload a new video, and then naming the group chat Jane.
Good.
So
yeah, that's the purpose. I want to do that, but at the beginning I thought it's hard to connect with you guys. Maybe you guys just thank Jasmine is there, so show a little bit of respect. But I think we share the same interest, same passion, and I'm very willing to learn. You can see I learned the technique, I enhanced my editing skills. So I think I'm still young. I have a young heart. All right,
Yes.
so we're gonna have Riceville to join us and
Yeah,
say hi.
they all love Riceville, right?
Oh yeah, so cute.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate this. Is such a fun, just to hang out with you guys. With the COVID, we cannot be physically together. Maybe that's coming up very soon. But we can chat about things. And next time, you guys can name a topic, anything that you don't have to even name things that you think will be related to me. I'm very much open to different varieties. So I just want to be part of new generation, so that I can keep up with the new update, and I just feel the energy is good for me. All right.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice Saturday evening. Have a good Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
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 Good night.